Hi, everyone. It's Marcy Ellison Outerbridge here, your SITA president, and I'm excited to be here for the July President's Update. It's been another busy month, and I'm excited today to be actually on the call here with Carol Ann. We meet every week and go through what's happening at SITA, what's happening with the Youth Foundation, moving forward our initiatives, and I thought, why not have you come into one of our meetings and just hear a little bit more about what's going on. So thanks for joining me today, Carol Ann.
That's wonderful. Great to see everybody.
First of all, of course, with conference coming up close within a month, it's really the big priority for the staff and the board. Lots of conversations are going on. Um, I'm up really excited about the previewing of the marketing toolkit at conference. So for anyone that's going to be there, that's something to look forward to. And of course, if you're not, we'll make sure you get all of the information afterwards. But the communications team has worked so hard on this over the year, and it's something I'm really, really excited to share. What about you, Carol Ann? What do you think on your side of things? What's happening as we head into the last month of conference?
Well, it's a super busy time for us, and we've got over 600 attendees registered. And I really want to shout out to those who aren't able to join us in Winnipeg. I appreciate the notes that you're sending. I know a lot of kids are going back to school. Things are happening with your families. Schools are starting earlier. So we recognize that if you could be with us, you would. And our goal is to be able to share a lot of the things that we talk about at conference, if possible, some of the videos. And as Marcy mentioned, we'll be launching our marketing toolkit, which will become available to all members when we get back from conference. So you definitely won't miss out on that. In terms of leading up to conference, we have a lot of great events planned. The staff from Winnipeg and Manitoba are super excited to welcome everybody. I know that those of you have been reaching out regarding hotels and last minute bookings. So if you have any challenges, you have any questions about what's happening, just let the staff know. And I wanted to remind everybody that next week we have a webinar again on what to expect at conference. So if you're new or haven't been in some time, to make sure you jump on that call and learn about what's going to be happening during our week in Winnipeg.
That's great. And of course, a big part of the conference will be voting in of the new board. And we have a great slate of candidates, right? A great group of leadership people interested in leading. And so we've just this week had a couple of town halls. Hopefully you're able to tune in and hear more about the candidates and what their focus is and next year on the board.
Just on that note, I wanted to share because I have gotten a couple of emails on this. If you don't know the candidates personally, definitely watch the town hall again, read what they've written on the website. Every vote counts. I know a lot of times members are unsure if they don't know that person, then they don't vote. So I just want to remind everybody that voting is really important. And if you are an associate member, you only vote for the associate candidate. And if you're an active or tour operator member, you vote for the active member. And you need to be the primary contact with your organization. So if you have any question on whether or not you're the primary contact, you can reach out to the membership team and we can verify that. So please definitely vote, and the ballots will come out the week before conference.
Great. Well, I guess the next thing we should talk about is the summit. Believe it or not, for members, they might be surprised to know that the plans are already underway for the summit at Sea, which is in February. And so what should we share? What can you update me on? What's happening?
That's great. Yep, we've been hard at work. So we are going to have our summit at Sea, which means we are going to be back on the water. It's been several years since we did our last summit at Sea, which was really well attended. We are going to be leaving from Port Canaveral in Florida. The dates are February 2nd through 5, 2024. And then right before the summit, our newest strategic partner, Visit Orlando, will be hosting a day and a half of a FAM tour for tour operators who are able to attend the summit and for those that are local. We'll also have a SITA social on the Thursday night, February 1st, for all of our members and prospective members in Orlando. So please mark down that date, February 1st for the SITA social, and then the summit, February 2 through 5. And we have great partners who work with us. So we're excited to bring everybody back to Summit at Sea. So yeah, more to come on that in the next couple of weeks.
Excellent. Okay,
Great.
great. And really current, this morning I was just on a webinar with you about the research data. So there seems to be a lot of excitement about the business barometer that just came out in June. What are you hearing? What are people interested in knowing about from the research?
Yeah, we are getting a lot of great publicity. The barometer launched and was sent out to the membership around June 16th. So we're almost at a month out.
Mhm.
And then we are working with lots of media outlets to get coverage and stories. So we've been picked up in some of the trade press, and we're continuing to reach out to media outlets to tell the story about student group travel and why it's important and how we are rebounding since the pandemic. And I think also what we're finding, and I definitely want to give a shout out to all of our tour operator members who completed the survey. We wouldn't have the research if you all didn't complete that survey. We also had a lot of great responses from our associate members who really appreciate the data that we collect because it
Mhm.
reinforces their commitment to becoming a member of CITA, to coming to conference, to sponsoring things. And I know that a lot of you want other kinds of data, so watch for the next couple of eCitas. We're going to be sharing more of that information, and there's a way for you to send us your questions and what's the kind of information you would like us to collect each year and
Mhm.
how it can better help us support you in your marketing efforts. So the barometer, as I said, been well received, and I want to thank the committee and everybody who's worked on it and completed surveys. And then I want to give a sneak shout out. We are actually going to try and do our student and youth travel digest in 24 and 25. That's where we
Mhm.
surveyed over 200,000 teachers to hear their reflections on travel and how we can work with them. And a quick shout out to ABA and NTA because
Mhm.
they sent our survey out to their membership. And it's with partners like that that we can collect great data. So more to come on our research. And again, thanks to everybody who participated.
Yes, it wasn't at the most participation I think we've
Yes.
had, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And each
Yeah.
year we get more and more members participating, so it's really helpful.
We have to talk about the Youth Foundation. What's
Yes,
happening? I definitely, from being on their meetings, know that they are really working hard to meet their annual giving goal,
yes.
and they're planning for the silent auction. That's going to be great at the conference. Anything else that you want to update me on?
Yeah, I think I can speak on behalf of the foundation board that they really appreciate the donations we've received so far this year. We're
Mhm.
halfway to our goal, and the conference is always a
Mhm.
big time for us to share the story of how the foundation has continued to help young people. We continue to get scholarship applications. So travel is back, and a lot of educators are sending back in applications for students. We could always use the financial support. So whether you're attending the conference or not, your support is appreciated. They're launching a new fundraising program where we can recognize everyone no matter what dollar amount they give. And we'll be launching a new website. So that'll come out this fall. So the foundation is really responding to the needs of the community and look forward to sharing more of those stories in our foundation newsletters. And again, at the annual conference, if you'd like to get involved with the foundation or would like to make a gift this year, you can find us at CITA Youth Foundation .org. And I just want to thank everybody who supports the work that we do in this way and look forward to telling you more about the students who were helped this year.
Yeah, that's always a great part of the conference for anyone that has been there before. It's always heartwarming and nice to see all of the efforts where it pays off. So it's great. Okay, so wrapping up, just thinking a bit more about the rest of the month. In July, we have an active member a webinar or a get together we're going to be having later this month, kind of preparing for the fall season. Do you want to share with the members what we are going to be highlighting a little bit in that session? I think it's July 25th.
Yes, so we'll be coming out with it. And we're hearing from a number of our active member companies that they want to talk about what we think are going to be some of the opportunities for getting back to school travel in the fall, whether it's around working with our supplier partners, some of our transportation needs. We've heard a little bit about airline challenges, but we've got great partners working with us there. And then also just really looking at what does the travel environment look like for students who are in different places. And a lot of the schools are really asking us to help them develop policies and guidelines. So we're going to do a call with a number of our tour operator members and then share that information back out with associate members so that they can better help us manage and really have the best travel experiences possible for the fall. So we're hoping to schedule that on July 25th. So look for that information. And as always, if you can't attend one of our webinars, just email us at info@cita.org, or you can email me directly for when there's issues or challenges that you're seeing and you just want to reach out and hear, hey, what's the rest of the community doing about this? We want to make sure that we're responsive, to your needs, and yeah, just want to be there for you. So look forward to more information on our education programs. And I would love to give a plug out for our member companies who have received their certifications. The certification program, the CSTO, which is for student travel companies. We have a number of members who have received their certifications. We'll recognize them at conference, but we also have 6 companies participating in a face-to-face workshop. And we're hoping that with this workshop, we'll be able to hold other workshops around the country where you and your staff as a tour operator company can sit down and actually work on your certification with others. And then for those of you who have your CSTPs and those who are looking to earn their CSTPs, lots of education courses apply, training that you might do with other organizations. And Katie will be sending out soon access to some more online learning that you can do in a self-guided way when you have time. So everybody, please think about getting back to school with your students, but also thinking about your own professional development as we go into the fall. So those are some other ways that you can really enhance and take more value from your membership in CITA.
That's great. All right. Well, I think that ticks the boxes on the agenda today, Carolyn. We've covered a lot.
Yeah, no, and I just wanted to say, Marcy, it's how much I've always enjoyed working with you over this past year, and how much I appreciate members who email us, write to us, engage with us. So again, I'm looking forward to seeing those at conference in person, and those I hopefully at Summit or some of our other events. So thanks for letting me hone in on your president's message and share some of the stuff that we're working on.
Yeah, same with me. I've really enjoyed the year so far, but it's not over. I have another message next month. So that will be a bit more of a reflection, looking back in the year and what's happened, and of course starting to turn towards the next year and what we're doing. So thanks everyone for tuning in as usual. It's been a good month, and we'll look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.